Education has changed, and the leaders of our educational institutions are struggling with the solution. But one thing I must say, it takes leaders by example like Dr. Cable at UNC Asheville and her staff who are creatively looking for solutions to incorporate into the campus curriculum to bridge this gap that we have so that we create a workforce and a citizen in our community that's adding value and being a contributor. So let's honor Dr. Cable today. And we have, I think John Wood, is that right?
Darren Waters.
Darren Waters.
I would add only one thing, Darren. I would add only one thing. You know, the parents are the teachers these days too. So let's honor the parents as we go about this because they aren't necessarily professionally trained in how to teach their child. So anyway, so I'm going to talk a little bit about Dr. Cable, and I'd love your remarks. So Chancellor Cable is the 8th chancellor and a nationally recognized leader in higher education, educational access, financial and affordability, and liberal arts and science curricula. Her resume goes well beyond just her many degrees to the contribution that she's been in the communities in which she's worked, which you know more about.
Thank you all so much. I didn't realize that I was going to be accepting this on Chancellor Cable's behalf, but I'm proud to do that. I get the honor of working with her on a daily basis as an assistant to her and in leading her community engagement efforts. But I know that if she were here tonight, and I know she's joining us virtually, that she would be very affirmative of everything that has been said here tonight, and that Chancellor Cable is deeply committed to the idea of building a more equitable community for us all. I looked at at the theme for tonight's event, Building a New America, presenting a new America, and she and UNC Asheville are deeply committed to ensuring that that new America includes us all. So I'm proud to accept this award on her behalf. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Darren. We have another recipient. He wasn't able to join us this evening, but just a quick shout out to him. It's Dr. John D Gossett. He is AB Tech College 7th president. So congratulations, Dr. Gossett, and we'll accept this on your behalf. Good.
That's Dr. Gossett at AB Tech. He couldn't join us here tonight, but he has a big role. We met and we spoke with him, and he has a big role with vocational education in the next generation. So we honor him tonight as well. And we want to move quickly right now to Dr. Kelly Brown at Western Carolina University. And I believe we have a couple folks here to receive the award on her behalf.
So Sharon Harvey and Sandra Hennison, if you want to come forward. So Dr. Brown is Chancellor of Western Carolina University, and they serve more than 12,000 students. She has a long resume as the rest, and thank you for accepting the award on her behalf.
Thank you. Good evening. On behalf of Western Carolina University and the Small Business Technology Development Center at WCU, we are honored to receive this award, and we look forward to our continued engagement with the Coach Tate Foundation. Western Carolina University is very proud of where they have come, their past, their present, and their planning for the future. And so Dr. Brown would like to be here tonight. Wasn't sure I was going to be accepting this on her behalf, but I know that she's very proud to have representation here this evening. The Small Business Technology Development Center is a program that's funded by the Small Business Administration. It's also a program that is a business extension service to the University of North Carolina system. And so in our region of Western North Carolina, we are working to make businesses better by providing business coaching to entrepreneurs. Our programs here in Western North Carolina are at Western Carolina University and at UNCA Asheville. So thank you so much for this honor. Appreciate it.
Here's her award. So another person who's joining us virtually is Dr. Janet Cohn. She's a senior administrator for the University Enterprises and Athletics Director at UNC Asheville, right? She's a person after my own heart because I love sports and we love sports. Our daddies did.
Yes.
You know, so anyway, I think we're going to have to receive this on her behalf. But thank you for all that you do and all of the. She's an amazing woman who is one of the first that actually did things with the NCAA, right? Mm-hmm. So it's really wonderful to actually recognize Janet Cohn. So, do we have anybody here that can accept that for her? Or, well, we'll make sure she gets it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Hey, Francina, I don't know if you can hear me. Hello, Francina. Janet Cohn here. It's like somebody's speaking. Can y'all hear me? I want to thank you, and I know Chancellor Cable's on here too. We want to really thank you on behalf of UNC Asheville, not only representing our honoring our university, but our great chancellor. More importantly, we want to thank you for all the work you're doing in the Asheville and Western North Carolina area. In a few minutes, when you recognize our student athletes, I know your father, Coach Tate, that's exactly what he would be so thrilled that we're honoring the next generation of champions and leaders. So Francina and Demetrius and Marcus, it's great seeing you again. We just want to thank you so much on behalf of Chancellor Cable and myself and the entire UNC Asheville family. Thank you for being here, and we look forward to working with you.
And thank you for leading us toward a new America. It's time, it's overdue, and we admire very much what you're doing. Thank you.
Before we go to the next person, you know, this is the first time we've done virtual. We've always used to been in person, but these two ladies here are leaders by example, and we're just beginning. And I have developed a special relationship with both of these ladies, and we look forward to working with them as we honor our students and work together. So let's give Dr. Cable and the UNC Asheville team and Janet Cohn a hand. For their leadership and being here with us today. Thank you. Yes, that is amazing. So you want me to go with Dr. Kelly Brown? I'll do Dr. Kelly Brown. Western Carolina University, Dr. Kelly Brown.
Kit Kramer. And April Brown's going to come up.
No, Western Carolina University is Dr. Kelly Brown. And she is not able to join us here tonight. Do we have anyone from Western Carolina University here to receive the award on her behalf? If not, we'll move on to the Asheville Chamber of Commerce, Dr. what's her name? Kit Kramer.
Yeah.
And the Asheville Chamber of Commerce is a very special group. And we joined the chamber here a few months ago. I've been a chamber board member, and I value the work they bring to the business community for our young entrepreneurs. And we're so grateful to have Miss April Brown here representing Miss Kit Kramer and the Asheville Chamber of Commerce, and you can introduce your team.
Well, thank you for the special recognition and award, and we are so honored to be recognized by the Coach Tate Foundation. While it is me here receiving this award, we wouldn't be here without the community leaders and partners holding us to high standards. Last year, we facilitated a community-wide visioning process, and we often started the community input meetings with an African proverb. And I'm actually curious to hear if this is validated by some of our African studies professionals here in the room. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. This year marks the 25th anniversary of the public-private partnership that we call Economic Development Coalition at the Asheville Chamber of Commerce. And our 5-year strategic plan for 2025 continues to provide direction for our staff and our board. The 2025 plan remains true to its form in some ways. It's ambitious, it's future-oriented, it's committed to quality jobs and economic diversification in Asheville and Buncombe County. But in many ways, it's critically different. Over the past 5 years, the Asheville Metro has led the top 10 most populous metros in the state of North Carolina in percentage growth of gross domestic product, as well as percentage growth of manufacturing jobs, and has seen impressive and overdue upward movement in average wages. Yet, there is significant work to do to ensure that these trends lift all parts and all people in Buncombe County. Through partnerships and community leaders, who many of you are here with me today and virtually, we learned more about our region and have thought more critically about our future with a broader stakeholder group. And we need community partners to hold us accountable. It's become clear that we play an important role in setting the economic tone for the region, and that tone must be more inclusive, future-facing, and brave. For example, we have to make strong connections to opportunities for anyone historically disconnected. We must invest in the capacity of the people and in the education, job training, partnerships that enable people to move from surviving to thriving. We must hold ourselves to a higher standard that focuses on more equitable outcomes and is more collaborative with partners that share our vision of broad-based economic prosperity and economic opportunity and community prosperity. So we thank you for recognizing our efforts and, in doing so, holding us to a higher standard for our community. I also wanted to introduce this program, one of the programs that I think was recognized in the nomination. It's a program we call Next Asheville. And there's a lot of overlap with the various things that y'all have said. Next generation, we call it Next Asheville because it's about the next generation. And just yesterday, this week, we actually had one of our monthly networking meetings. The Next Asheville is a program that we run through the chamber that connects college students to professionals in the Asheville region. UNC Asheville, Western Carolina, and Warren Wilson College, and hopefully in the future, Mars Hill even. What we do is we recruit the students, they tell us what their future job, what they want, and then we find the professionals that have those positions, and then we ask those professionals to be their mentors. So our meeting this week was about purpose, and that it's really interesting to hear, the notion of servant leadership. And one of the things that I was reminded of was Simon Sinek, who says, people don't buy what you do or what you make, they buy why you do it. And that is exactly what we're trying to impart on this future generation. And someone else mentioned relationships. It's all about relationships, especially in a small community like this. And you need mentors. You need people to help you think through and think more about your future, because otherwise it's too short term. We're just trying to get from day one to day two. We have one of our students here with us, and she's actually a high school student. She's maybe one of the most ambitious high school students I know, because she is an intern. She's not even one of the students that we're connecting through, with professionals directly. Of course, we are, using our leverage as much as we can. Gabby, if you want to come up, she was going to give a couple remarks on the spot. Francina asked her to say some things, and she said, okay. So here we are. Gabby, thank you.
My name is Gabrielle Morton, and obviously I'm an intern for Next ABL. I'm a high school student and I go to TC Robertson. From a high school student perspective, the biggest fear we face is knowing where we want to be. The biggest challenge we face is not knowing where we want to be, knowing what we want to do, but having it all fall apart. Things change, we tell ourselves, but really we don't have the means to achieve our goals. I myself want to be a teacher, a profession in high demand. Not everyone has that luxury. Next ABL solves that problem. Like Gabriel told me when we met, Next ABL connects people with jobs where they want to be. Next ABL takes away that fear for people that know what they want to do and where they want to do it. It should be everywhere.
Oh, thank you so much. That was so inspiring, and thank you for sharing those programs. I'm a big believer in the Asheville Chamber of Commerce, because I tell you, it's a very important role for our entrepreneurs going forward. So I appreciate all the work you do. And I must acknowledge SBA, our Small Business Administration. And we sent Thomas Stitt, who is the North Carolina Director for the Small Business Administration. And we have a long history with Mr. Stitt. He's grown up in such an enormous way. And of course, with all the elections and government things going on, Mr. Stitt could not make it. But he said, Miss Sharon Harvey, and we're so grateful because you're working right here in Asheville. So we want to connect with these Asheville, as David Cobb said, it's important to connect and get linked in to the right partners for the vision of shared mission and vision. Let's welcome Miss Sharon Harvey, please. SBA.
Thank you. Okay. As Francine said, I'm representing Thomas Stitt. I just want to say thank you to Francine and the Coach Tate National Educational Athletic Association Corporation. On behalf of the SBA, the North Carolina District Office, I am honored to accept the award for the Inclusive Multicultural Community Leadership Award. I am Sharon Harvey. I am the Senior Area Manager for Western North Carolina. My territory consists of 22 counties, and my office is located at AB Tech Inca Candler at the Small Business Center. So whenever COVID's over, you're welcome to come in, drop in, see me anytime. But community and leadership is what the SBA is all about, creating partnerships with small businesses, entrepreneurial organizations, city, state, and even other federal agencies to build better communities. This is where the small business and people grow to excel. The SBA provides information and connects those that are looking to start, grow, or expand a business with help, expertise, and mentorship. Many of my resource partners are in the building tonight, and I thank you for your work and for actually partnering with me and the SBA. Together, we are a network of mostly free services to help small businesses thrive. As a young person or young people in college, you may not know what you want to do, or as some of you may put it, I want you to take away, but I want you to realize that you're never too young or too old to start entrepreneurship. Many of you probably have already been entrepreneurs and didn't even know it. You set up a lemonade stand, you delivered newspapers well before we mostly went online, to cutting grass or even maybe being a tutorer. Those are all skills that are needed to be great businessmen and women. Developing a product or service, understanding costs and expenses, and time management. Here's to your aspirations, and remember, you can be anything that you want to be. It's all up to you, but it does take work. So today or in the future, the U.S. Small Business Administration is here to help you in whatever junction you decide to become an entrepreneur. If interested, as I said, my door is always open, or you can just go on the World Wide Web at www.sba.gov/North Carolina, and you can see what it takes to get started on your journey. And once again, Francina, I thank you, and I thank you for the award for the North Carolina District Office. Thank you. Okay, help me down.
And who do we have next, Ms. Christian?
I think we did these.
Okay, oh yeah.
And the kids. This is the
We're
fun
now,
part.
we have also honored the City Council of Asheville, the city council members, and the Buncombe County Commissioners, the chairman, and all the commissioners, because we all have to all work together as we come together for a shared cause. They just couldn't be here tonight, so we do want that on the record. They're being honored, and we'll make sure they get their award. And so this is a very next part of the presentation with our students,
This is the fun part.
the scholarship. So I'm
The
gonna let
scholarship.
Marcus, you
Actually,
wanna come on
Marcus,
up and.
You want to do that? All right. All right, lady, you're up. You're up first, Francina, for founding the Coach Tate Foundation. We want to honor you. Demetrius wants to honor you. You're doing amazing work in the community in which you live and beyond. So this is.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I have to.
You need to give this to her.
This is a special award. If it wasn't for Francina, her vision, and her father, nobody would be here today. So we want to dedicate this to Francina.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm not used to receiving awards. I like to give them. It's hard to receive, but I'm learning to receive. So thank you guys very much. But we have the student athletes, and I'm going to bring Marcus
Yeah,
up.
we invited Marcus up because we thought it'd be very special. Your powerful talk earlier was amazing. And we have, I think, two students that are in the audience tonight that are going to be recognized. So is Jaden here? No, that's okay. Jaden, is Jaden on Zoom? That's okay. All right, so this is what she read about or wrote about herself that qualified her for the award this evening in the scholarship.
You want me to read this?
A little bit of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I love that. I think she'd enjoy that.
So hi, my name is Jaden Bingus. I'm currently a senior at Asheville High. I plan to attend a four-year university to pursue a career in special education. I've always had a unique connection and tender heart for those with special needs. I look forward to learning more about how to work with and educate special needs children. Loved it.
Amazing.
Loved it.
Yeah, and then this little guy, he actually is he's a rock star. He's an athlete as well.
Okay.
His name is Gabrielle Gay.
Okay.
He's also an award recipient this evening.
Okay.
So we don't have it. And then these are the ones that we want you to say hello to.
Okay. All right, hello, it's Miles. Okay. Miles P, he's a junior on men's soccer team and prepared 30-foot match in his 2 seasons with the Bulldogs. Miles has scored 1 goal, tailed 1 assist, and played over 1,800 minutes. Wow. In his time in Asheville. He's majoring in economics with a minor in international studies. He has a current GPA of 3.56. Then we have Ava Nikeda.
Oh, Ava might be here.
Is Ava here?
Yeah, Ava, come on.
Oh, very nice. So come on. So Ava's a junior in women's soccer and track and field team superstar. Played in 14 matches for the Bulldogs in 2019, logged a total of 989 minutes of playing time. On the track, Ava's competed in 800 meters and 1 mile run. Majoring in psychology with a minor in neuroscience, awesome, and health and wellness. She has a current GPA of 3.793. Ava, congratulations.
And she present her with her award.
Should I say a few words?
All right. Honestly, I don't really have a speech plan, so I'm going to do the best I can to speak coherently and genuinely from my heart. I'd like to thank absolutely everyone that's here, especially my coaches that are here presently, Clifton and Kimbrough. I'd like to especially thank my assistant coaches, Molly, Davis, and oh my goodness, Francina and Demetrius. I'm so proud and honored to be receiving this award and to be with the group of people that support and promote racial equity, anti-racism, socially, politically, economically, environmentally. I look forward to making connections with all of you soon. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
That's our future, people. She's a phenomenal woman.
And Joseph's here?
Yeah, Denley's here. Denley Joseph.
All right, come on up, Denley.
Come on up.
So Denley Joseph is a junior on men's track and field team. He's a sprinter and has competed in the 55 meters, 60 meters, 100 meters, and 200 meter events, majoring in management. He has a current GPA of 3.347. Denley, congratulations, sir. Absolutely. Say a few words to the audience.
This is great. This is awesome. I want to thank the Coach Tate Foundation the ones on the scene and the ones behind the scene. I want to thank Rebecca Nelms and Janet Cohn for nominating me, because honestly, at times I beat myself up and I say things to myself like, Denley, where's the progress? Denley, you haven't done anything yet. But accepting this award right now tells me otherwise. It tells me that I, in fact, have been evolving. I, in fact, do have drive, and I, in fact, do have ambition. And while the words in my head have sometimes been discouraging, this award has been much more encouraging. I'm just extremely thankful. I want to thank my coach, Apollos Kimbrough, for being here, my coaches back in Asheville, Joe Williams and Adam Pewitt. I just want to thank you guys all. This is truly an honor.
Good job, man.